Hey everybody, I did a thing. And the reason I'm holding like this is exactly, well, let's just see. So, let's talk about it. I did a thing, for those of you who don't know what I did, I dyed the G10 on my Vulp Pro. And I want to talk about it, and why I did it, my thoughts on it, and kind of just my thoughts on trying new things in general. So, ever since I got my Vulp Pro, I've wanted to dye my handles a nice shade of pink so that it would match the look of my Vulp, which is somewhere in the back of this drawer, and I don't know if I can get to it. Yeah, so I wanted to dye the G10 a nice shade of pink so that it would match the look of my Vulp. And my Mako, wherever that is in there. So, that was the goal. This was what we were after. You can see we went a little past that. Although, side by side, these actually aren't terribly off. But you can see in these little smudges where it didn't get dyed as much, that's the color I wanted for the whole handle. But that's not what ended up happening, because it got left in the dye for too long. Here, I can try and do some doubles. And, you know, that was certainly a learning experience for me. I don't do doubles. But it's okay, because, you know, I was trying to do something new, and despite it not turning out the way I wanted, I'm still happy with the result, and I'm happy that I tried it. Now, before you do mention in the comments, yes, I washed the scales before I did it, so there was no finger residue that did this. This is most likely super glue that got on the scales at one point, and just didn't come off when I washed them. Not a ton I could have done about that because it was not visible, but you live and you learn. So, obviously, I tried this for the first time, dyeing G10, and it didn't go exactly to plan. But I learned something, and it was something new, and I think that that's important. I think a lot of people, when they go in to try something new for the first time, they often tend to try to get it right, you know, obviously they do their best, but they try to get it like perfect and correct the first time. And I don't really think that should be the goal when doing something new. I think the goal should just be to learn something. I feel like a lot of people think it's super important to not mess up, and as a result, we often limit ourselves on opportunities. You know, someone says, hey, do you want to do this? And you say no, because you don't really know how to do that. My Zen pin just fell out while I was recording. That's never happened before. If that ever happens to your Vulps, they just go right back in, and at some point you'll want to glue it, but not right now. But so yeah, a lot of people, I think, they kind of limit themselves because they've never done something before. They don't know if they're going to be any good at it. So instead, they just say, nope, I don't know how to do that. I've never done that. I'm not going to do it. But I would challenge all of you to try and say yes to as many things in your life as you can. Because when you saying yes to things and trying new things, I have honestly found in my life to be one of the most enjoyable experiences. You know, especially as you get older, not that I am old, I'm sure a lot of you watching are way older than me, but for those of you who might not be, as you get older, experiences matter so much more than anything else. Just in the last couple years, I can tell, I've just started valuing experiences, especially with other people, way more than I ever did before, and I only got to do a lot of those experiences because I just said yes. I wasn't sure about something, I didn't know if I would like it, but I just said yes. Because trying new things and learning something is fun. even if you don't like it, it's still a good experience. And I think it really builds character, and it just makes life that much more enjoyable. So, did the scales turn out the way I wanted to? No. But hey, now that I've learned a lot, at some point in the future, I can buy replacement scales and re-dye those and hopefully get a better result. But until then, I have this wonderful thing. And it will always live as an experience and a memory. Every time I look at these scales, I will remember that first time dyeing G10. And I think that's wonderful. So, for all of you watching, I suggest you try as many new things as you can. Say yes to new opportunities. Just try and learn something. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you're learning and having fun. That's what matters. So yeah, I hope that you've all enjoyed. If you have video suggestions, you can always leave them in the comments below. Hope you've all had a wonderful day, and until next time, keep flipping.